רד למטה, רז, רואים אותנו, אתה לא מבין?
אני גידלתי בן לתפארת מדינת ישראל וקיבלתי שבר כלי.
October 7th, the Nova Festival massacre, and the events that led to the war shocked the country and left a trail of destruction, pain, and horrific memories. But with all the material destruction, the worst and deepest damage caused was in the souls of those who experienced the horrors up close. The IDF fighters in the field, the Nova Party survivors, and the citizens of the country were caught in the heart of hell. For many of them, coping with these memories became unbearable.
It took a while for us to understand the size of the event. I think the main feeling is helplessness. I think for the first time in my life, I'm telling myself, maybe now is a good time to try to take care of yourself. And this program in this villa deals with something very, very precise. They don't treat PTSD. They help prevent PTSD.
The numbers are alarming, and they highlight the depth of the mental wounds and the urgent need for an immediate response. Unfortunately, the ability to cope with PTSD is a complex task. Without proper treatment, many find themselves trapped in a never-ending cycle of suffering. They often find it difficult to function and to get back to life as normal.
Unfortunately, I have to say that Gaza has become easier, by which I mean not as frightening as it once was. I happened to come across corpses of people, and I said, it's not as bad as it sounds. I mean, I'm doing what's necessary, and my biggest fear would be to come across uniforms. I mean, a body wearing a uniform. And I think there, it was my first slap. My short fuse has symptoms, like getting annoyed by honking in the street, and any other things that startle me. Say I go to a party or a bar, and suddenly they put on some song with a loud noise, and then I'm scared.
The preventive treatment is designed to provide tools to deal with the trauma before it takes over someone's life and destroys it from the inside. It's not just a question of treatment, but of prevention, of enabling those who saw the worst of all to live a full and healthy life despite everything they've been through.
When we witnessed an unimaginable number of 300,000 reservists called up in a few days, we decided that we have to enter the field of prevention of post-trauma and treatments.
The Protective Partnership Association, led by Dr. Ronnie Simons, recently developed a new method of minimizing the chances of developing post-trauma in as little time as possible, while emphasizing the personal needs of each patient in order to provide comprehensive support.
So basically, the goal of the method we developed is to minimize the chance of developing post-traumatic stress disorder. It shortens the recovery time and reduces the need for follow-up care.
The method combines several main components for trauma treatment, including personal psychological therapy, integrated support services, and rehabilitation and training programs.
It's based on a method called EMDR, which is a very well-known method in trauma treatment. And we also actually teach a little, give them some explanation about what they have experienced and what they can experience, and what is the best way of dealing with it.
The patients meet at the villa in a homely atmosphere for one day only, followed by recorded instructions to continue practicing at home. So far, hundreds of soldiers and security force personnel have taken the treatment. It's not clear how exactly treatment works, but it seems that reliving the memory while moving the eyes allows the brain to process it in a new way and prevent it from taking root and triggering the PTSD symptoms.
The vast majority come out stronger.
They're surprised that this is happening. They say, it doesn't make sense what happened here. An hour ago I felt one way, and now I feel differently.
After the days of crying and anger, I'm like, how did you do it?
Ultimately, the ability to cope with difficult memories and traumatic events, it's not just a personal matter, but a societal one. The sooner we act, the sooner we can save more people from continuous suffering. That's the only way we can build a stronger and healthier society, one which can move on even after the most traumatic events.